We've seen in the past where former players of a college football team leave one institution and go to another to play that institution in the game looking to get some get back. Would this be the week that Corey Reed and Jalen Jones get a little get back against Jackson State in Jacksonville, Florida? Guys, we're going to get into it right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. There's no positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it. Because I know y'all like, Coach, what you got going on over there? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was expecting a lot out of this game between Bethune Cookman and Jackson State. And I'm going to tell you why. I know you're like, Coach, are you kidding me? We already knew Jackson State was going to go in there smoking, but whoa, back up. Let's rewind a little bit. You had Corey Reed, who's a former Jackson State football player. You had Jalen Jones, Jackson State football player, in which you had those two, along with the talent that they have over there on the Bethune Cookman football team. You figure this game will be a lot more closer than what it was. Unfortunately, it was not. You already knew Coach Bartolone on the offensive side and Coach Thurman on the defensive side was going to come out all guns blazing. And they made sure that they kept Jalen Jones in the pocket from doing anything he wanted to do. Matter of fact, that Jackson State defense got out there and was so hungry. Them young men was out there hunting so tough. They had 8 sacks on the day, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they sacked Jalen Jones 5 times. They sacked another quarterback once, and then they sacked the third quarterback 2 times. So you already know they was making sure that they were putting a stamp on this thing, letting them know, hey, listen, we can get to you quickly, often, and as much as we wanted to. And in this game, I honestly felt bad for Jalen Jones because he was unable to get the ball off at all, trying to throw that ball down the field to anybody. He did make a couple of throws here and there in which he was able to get the ball to Kamari Everett. I believe he caught 3 balls for like 39 yards. He did have 1 touchdown pass. And you had Reed, who caught, I believe he caught 1 pass in that game. But the defense for Bethune Cookman, I got to tell you this. Jackson State running backs, please do Coach a huge favor. Please get a little lower with them shoulder pads. Y'all need to lower your shoulder pad level running that ball because them daggone DBs was out there trying to knock your jock in the dirt and they wasn't playing no games with it. If you came through there up too high, guess what? You was going to meet your maker, and that's what they were doing. They were dropping that hammer on you, and a lot of folks kept saying, oh, them hits, those were illegal. Honestly, those hits was fair because the one guy was leaning. He was coming at you with his chest, and he put that forearm in your chest and let you know, hey, you might want to get low. You feel me, right? But the thing is, Bethune Cookman definitely want to come out and make some waves in this game to let everybody know what was happening out there in the game. They got to give it up to QB1, Shedeur Sanders, and his offense because they came out there and they were dominant. They were dominant in the first half. I mean, heck, they put 30 points up on the board. And not only was the offense dominant, but the defense was just as dominant as well because they kept Bethune Cookman from scoring any points in the first half. So you got to tip your hat to them and let them know, hey, listen, you guys went out there and balled out. I'm not going to tell you no tale. If y'all have not seen Ken Clark 1400, I believe I was on his show Friday night, and I stated Jackson State was going to put a 50 up on them bad boys in this game, and they came very close to doing it. I know a lot of folks was like, Coach, you talking crazy. Bethune Cookman going to come out there and make some things happen. Well, they came up a little short in this game, but Jackson State definitely, put their stamp on it, ramping themselves up for their game next week against Campbell. Now, I got to say this. Jackson State came out there, the first 3 series that they had, they drove the ball down the field, putting touchdowns up on the scoreboard. It was QB1 had 3 touchdown passes in this game in which, I mean, hey, I put it to you like this. Powers catch the first one, Davis caught the second one, Hooks caught the third one, and I believe Davis came back and caught the 4th one. Now, all of those young men was out there balling out there on the field today. You got to give them that. Even the running game was on point with Savion Martin out there doing his thing. And you had Marshall, I believe, was leading the way. He had 70 yards, I believe, running the ball. And he had a rushing touchdown as well. And also, let me make sure I clarify. Let me clarify one other thing. The Jackson State defense had 7 sacks in this game. And it was 5 on 5 on Jones and 2 on the other quarterback that came in. Bethune Cookman, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they played 3 different quarterbacks in this game, which was kind of crazy. But I mean, they just couldn't get anything off. Their plays was taking too long to develop for them to do anything against that Jackson State defense. And not only that, but Jalen Jones or any quarterback that they put in the game, they didn't have a safety valve that they could go to when they were throwing the ball down the field. So they didn't have any running backs out there running the flare, looking out the backfield for the quarterback to get them the ball. You know, if by chance they got into pressure situations where they had somebody they can dump and dink to for them to get some yards up the field. Heck, I mean, you could have used the tight ends to do that, but you had Everett where you was trying to put him all over the field to get him wide open for him to get passes. They just didn't have enough out there to really do anything against that Jackson State defense. Jalen Jones threw the ball 24 times, completing 9 for 98 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. And again, he was sacked 5 times. The running game for Bethune Cookman, it was absent as well. I mean, it was almost like Jackson State just shut down any and everything that they wanted to do in this game. Now, QB1 on the other hand, Shedeur Sanders for Jackson State, got to get a young man his props. He went out there and balled out. Now, he did have 2 interceptions. One of them, I wish he would have held that ball or went to another receiver. I think that was the first one that he threw when Jackson State was in the red zone. I'm armchair quarterbacking right now saying, oh, he should have went there. Well, maybe, he saw something different on the field than what I saw. I'm just going to be honest with you on that. But, just looking at it from a film perspective, I would have thought that the option would have been better to hit that man in the middle. I forgot the young man's number that was running the seam route. He was wide open in the end zone. Had he either just sat there in that spot or went ahead and ran a slight post, he could have hit him. He could have dumped off to him, and it would have been no issue. But, yeah, QB1 got off today. Got to salute him as well. QB1 threw the ball 48 times, completing 36 for 272 yards, 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Santee Marshall, again, he had that 1 rush touchdown also for Jackson State. But like I said, this is the week that everybody's looking forward to, seeing Jackson State go up against Campbell. We're going to see what they can do out there on the field. Like I said, both of these offensive lines are huge. Both of them have girth and size. So this is going to be something that's going to be discussed all week long, looking to see which way everybody's going to go. I'm already waiting to hear a lot of these folks talking, oh, we got Campbell going in there and trashing Jackson State in Jackson, because we already saw what happened with North Carolina Central. They couldn't do nothing with them, so we don't expect Jackson to do anything more with them than what North Carolina Central did. So there's going to be some good commentary for the week coming from everybody that's talking about these HBCU games. Also, I got to talk about the Albany State versus Benedict game, in which Benedict walked in there and handed Albany State a L during homecoming. So y'all get ready for it. And I can't forget about the FAMU versus Grambling game. Oh, my God. But, hey, at least they got them G's back. But, guys, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to talk about those games later on. You guys look for that content. But until next time, be the one and lead.